Here we got the Maserati Gran Turismo. So this car had its third set of tires replaced at 20,000 miles. So part of the reason is, if you got a heavy foot, you're not gonna get a lot of miles. But there's other reasons why just these tires don't last as long. Say for example in my Corvette, I had those replaced, the front ones at 17,000, the rears at 22,000 miles. So for one, this is a heavier car. So a big factor has to do with the alignment. So here we have the specifications for the Corvette. Let's start from the bottom. Your rear tires need to be pointed straight at all times, so that's total toe 0 degrees. Camber -0.5, so the tires are supposed to be at the top, leaning in just a little bit. That's good for cornering. Total toe 0.1. Right camber -0.5, same as the rear. Now on the left it's -0.2, so that's a little bit less. Maybe that's taken into consideration that once you have the driver, you could probably make it -0.5. I'm not too sure, but I've seen that number on other vehicles a little bit different for the driver's side. Maserati, Gran Turismo, except Stradale, so that's what I got. 2008 to 2015, so the specifications have not changed. So on this car, they actually want you to have weight on both sides of the vehicle just to, let's see. Oh, here we go. Total toe in the rear, 0.33. So they want you to have them towed in. That's quite a lot, because on my Corvette, that caused my tires to wear prematurely, because that's actually about what I had. For the front, they want them to be towed out a little bit. So on the camber, -0.5 degree on both the passenger and driver side. So this is probably why they want you to have weight on both sides of the vehicle, because now in the Corvette it didn't ask for that, but that's probably why the spec was different for the driver's side. So I went ahead and pulled up the specifications for the MC, Sportline, and the Stradale. And the numbers are even more aggressive. Here the camber is more negative, the toes a little bit more. The camber a little bit more negative on the front as well. So the alignment is even more aggressive on the Stradale MC. So we could probably expect shorter tire lifespan. So I was checking out the alignment specifications, and this car has toe out. Generally you find that on front wheel drive cars, but on rear wheel drive cars, toe in is the most common thing. So for example, the Corvette has requires a spec of 0.1 degrees toe in, so the tires be pointed inwards a little bit. That helps out in high speed stability. But what Maserati's after is with a little bit of toe out, so tire pointed outwards would be toe out. That helps out on cornering, so better handling, better steering response. So that's probably why they want a little bit of toe out. But it comes at the sacrifice of tire wear, mainly on the inner sides. I can already see a little bit of feathering, more wear on my inner than on my outer. So these tires have 5,000 miles. So maybe I have another 2,000-3,000 miles at most. But it's at the cost of better performance. Camber, if the angle inwards, that would be negative camber. That helps out on cornering as well. And on this Treadwear, even the negative camber is even higher. Another big thing is the tire treadwear rating. So these tires are rated at 220. Can't really see because of the shade. So on the Corvette, they're 300. So that number's a good rule of thumb to compare on how long the tires can last. So the lower the number, the less the tires will last. I've seen some tires rated 60, 100. So now on the Corvette, I got 9,000 miles on these tires. So I had them replaced at 17,000. Got 26,000 miles on the car. I actually did the alignment myself on this car. So on the rear, they wanted 0 degrees toe in. I had like 0.35. Can't remember what the front was, but I left it at 0.1 degrees toe in. Like I said, that's good for high-speed stability. I also didn't go back with the original tires. I went with BF Goodrich. They were much cheaper. Same traction temperature rating. The Treadwear on this one's is higher though. It's 340. The Michelin's were 300, and so on the Maserati is 220. So that's another reasons why these tires should last longer. It's the higher Treadwear rating. But on the Maserati, I don't really drive it much, so for me, it's not an issue that they don't last as long.